Nobody here.
But, okay. Well, I believed that... Hi, and welcome to Night Chat. Let's get right into it. I want you to know who I am and where I come from really quick, and then we'll go into other topics. Okay, I'm a victim of gang stalking, me and my sister. In fact, this has been going on since I was 4 years old. However, it has escalated. As I speak, I'm surrounded by CIA, black ops that live next door to me in the condos, across the street in the house, next door to that house, and toward Morty Field Park. I live in North Park, San Diego. They had plotted to murder me last October, November. I uploaded a reptilian hybrid video of my ex-girlfriend, and from that moment on, it was pure hell. I went to the emergency room for an asthma attack, and the IV she gave me was killing me, so I had to leave, and I got better as soon as I left. At a red light, I had a military man pull up in a huge truck and try to open my car door and get to me. A few weeks later, a few months later, I had a man block me at a red light, look in the mirror and go, like I'm talking too much in my videos. Then I had two huge military guys, Marines looking guys, try and sneak in my back windows at 1 o'clock in the morning to kill me and my brother. My brother was staying the night, but they were back there creeping around at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now that tells me you're coming to kill me. You don't come to my place at 1 o'clock in the morning if I don't know you, especially to play checkers. These were two huge guys. Now this is all being financed by the taxpayers. It's a black ops program by the American Black Ops programs. This is American taxpayers' money paying for these programs, and because I got a little bit too loud, a little too political, they had plans to come here and murder me and set me up. I guarantee you they were going to make it look like a suicide, and they're probably going to plant illegal substances inside my place. Now let me tell you, first of all, I would never, ever, 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 ever kill myself. Two, I have a lot of goals and a lot of dreams and a lot of plans as an American citizen, things I want to see come into reality over time and hard work and dedication. That's what they don't want you to know. They'd like you to believe I'm a druggie, I'm a this, I'm a that. They will plant everything they can in here, whatever to make it look like my character is a horrible, lousy one. You understand what I'm saying? I even have someone going around stalking my channel now since last November, December. Every time I upload a video, I get 4 or 5 views right away, and I always get a thumbs down. That wasn't happening until all this mess began. I tried uploading a reptilian hybrid video of my ex-girlfriend, which I admit was wrong. Either way it goes, it was wrong. That would never happen again. That's for my own personal reasons why. 2, the hospital tried to kill me. A man at a red light. 2 Marines tried to sneak in my window at 1 o'clock in the morning and murder me and my brother. And I would think that they would make it look like suicide. That would be the what the brain would do. You would think the brain would have a smart way of murdering us too, and then making it look like it was, self-suicide. Problem solved, case closed. No more to talk about. Move along, move along. Well, I'm surrounded by CIA black ops. They've decided to stick around, even though I found out they were around me and watching me and peeking into my place through smart meters. So smart meters are also made to look inside your place. My electricity bill didn't go down, it went up. I'm a one-man show in a studio apartment, and my electricity bill was $140 last month for one person. Now you tell me if that sounds like a regular price. Now they live in the condos next door to me, they live in the house across the street, and a house towards the park. These are taxpayers' money that's financing these black programs. Now when I found some strange material in my apartment last February, I uploaded a video to YouTube explaining it. My videos all froze at the same time, the exact moment I uploaded the video. And then my channel froze next. Okay, so to make a long story short, you have our government that's working against the American people, anyone that's too political, anyone that's too overspoken, and they're planning to murder them. These are crimes against humanity. This is in violation of the Constitution. And as I speak, I'm still surrounded by a black ops program. You would think by now, going 1 year into knowing this, that they would have backed off completely. But they're not worried about you figuring this out. They don't care if you guys know. They don't care. They'll walk right in and shoot me right here live on video. This is what we're dealing with in America in 2017. Criminals that are above the law. Criminals that are above the law. I mean, they follow me around in cars sometimes and they go, hey, shut up. Look at me. They're looking at me like this in the mirror going. Now that, I don't know what that means. I can say by translating that, it looks like they're saying you're talking too much. Right? If I was to go. Now, they tried to murder me. The doctor gave me a poisonous IV at Mercy Hospital. I'm going to get her name. This isn't over yet. They had 2 Marine guys try and sneak in my kitchen window. And at 1 o'clock in the morning, I had my brother staying the night. And they were going to kill me and my brother and make it look like a suicide. I'm sure they were going to make it look like I killed my brother. And then I hung myself. I will never, ever, 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 ever kill myself. Nor will I ever break the law. I might jaywalk, but I would never do anything, no felonies. Nothing major. Nothing on a big scale. Jaywalk, might smoke a little grass because I have fibromyalgia, things like that. But these are hardcore criminals, hardcore thugs that don't like me. So they say we have to eliminate him. We got to either kill him, make it look like he killed himself, or we got to set him up on a major crime. That's how they plan to get rid of people like me. People like you, someone that cares and wants to change the system. I'm a nobody. I have no money. I'm a poor person. I just got involved because I saw the world was hungry and there's technology that can solve world hunger. When you have tractors, machines, and you got computer programs, you put that together, boom, you got a robot that will do the food growing for you. It'll grow the crops, it'll do the deliveries, it'll do everything for you. Now they live in the condos. Now they live in the condos next door to me that I can stay close by because they can see inside my place with the smart meters. That's why I created this show, the Night Chat. Now I would love to cover a lot of other topics too if I live through this. The point is that they would love to break into my place, plant illegal stuff here. I wouldn't be outspoken like this if I was breaking any kind of law. If I had anything to hide, I wouldn't be on film right now saying, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. No, the truth is that they are the ones that are corrupt. They are the ones that are guilty. They are the ones that are breaking the law. They are the ones, they are the shadow government. So the truth is that yours truly, I'm a victim of gang stalking. The government has violated me for many, many, many years. And that's why I'm where I'm at, living rent-free, thanks to my aunt, my landlord, a retired school principal. And that's why I got food in my stomach. Because these people, these thugs, ruined me in every other way where I couldn't get a job, where I couldn't make any money, boxing me into this place and then thinking they're going to surround me and my aunt. They're going to surround my aunt's property, a retired school principal, and violate her and her property. Anyone that does anything to me, I'm living on my aunt's property. This studio apartment that I'm in, that I live in, is my aunt's property. Not my property, it's her property. So they came inside my place many times when I was asleep. They planted illegal substances in here, DARPA devices, little high-tech equipment, like looks like rice, but it's meant to spy on you. I found all this really weird material in here. It looks like rice. And they uploaded a video saying, what the hell was this stuff? I believe it was coming from those condos right there. At that moment, 6 huge guys in suits walked out to the platform. They were sweating bullets. And they were freaking out. Because, see, they were about to set me up on a fake crime. But when I found that material in here, suddenly I have the material in my possession, and I have them on video freaking out. See? So see how the table got switched around? So what they said, okay, what we'll do instead is we'll just freeze his channel. We'll just make sure no one else can watch his videos. And that way he can't get out to anyone to get help. Because when they're the guilty ones, they have to shut you up. That's what they do. They got to shut you up. Because really, they're the guilty ones, and they don't want to go to prison. They don't want to be exposed for the criminals they are. Now, if they're doing this to me, a nobody, I mean, I'm a nobody. I don't deal drugs. I don't kill nobody. I don't rape nobody. I don't go around molesting kids. Now, 30 years ago, did I make a mistake in my life? Yes, I made a mistake. I won't say what it is today, but I went to jail for it. I spent 6 months in jail, and I was 21, 22 years old. And I never, ever went back and ever broke the law again. And I'm almost 50 now. But they would like you to believe I'm breaking the law. So I just wanted to let you know that yours truly, the reason I started this talk show, Night Chat, was just me chatting. I'm just going to chat away with what I know, what I believe, and what I think. And a lot of it is from experience, and a lot of it is to try to get anyone out there that's doing wrong to change their course and go the opposite direction. Go the opposite direction, you can reverse the outcome of what you're about to go to, which is God's judgment. Now this is scary. I'm a little bit traumatized from this. You would be traumatized from it too. Anyone would be traumatized from it, okay? I'm just a regular person. I'm a loner. I like to stay alone because people will backstab you in a heartbeat. I'm a Christian. I'm a born-again Christian. And I started watching Alex Jones and a whole bunch of other truthers in 2012. I never knew the government was corrupt. I couldn't believe the stuff I was seeing. The first thing that woke me up was Operation Northwood. When the CIA had documents planning to fly airplanes into our buildings and blame Cuba. When they had plans to walk into movie theaters and shoot people and blame Cuba, that woke me up. That made me think, this is not right. This is really creepy to see the classified documents from our own government, our own loving government that's supposed to care about us and protect us. We pay them money to protect us. They promise us security. Instead, they're the perpetrators that are breaking all the laws to take away our rights in the name of security. It's order out of chaos. That's their game plan. It's on the back of the dollar bill. So I'm very happy to be able to share my story with you. And it's important to me that not only me, but every American out there is safe. Because I'm not the only victim in this gang stalking program. There's a lot of people out there that are being gang stalked. You go on YouTube, you'll find countless videos of people crying, people that are terrified. Now, if you're a government official, even if you're in the black op program and you're getting paid by the taxpayers' money and you're running illegal programs on the American people and you're terrifying people, that's called terrorism. If I was to stalk your home and put strange material in your house and terrify you, I would be a terrorist because I'm terrifying you. You understand what I'm saying? Well, this is what they've been doing to me and my family for many decades. So, when I was 4 years old, I was taken out into a canyon by 7 older boys, me and my sister. I was 4 years old, she was 6. There's a police report. There's only one thing I won't talk about. I was told I better not talk about or I'll be killed. So I won't talk about it. Unless these perps mess with me and my family or my friends. Everything else is green light. Like Mork from Mork would say. Nanu. So, there's many victims of gang stalking, and the gang stalking is not regular folks that are stalking regular people. You need to understand this is the U.S. military along with the U.S. Police Department. Your local police department has grouped up with the military in a psyop against you and your family and your friends. They'll pick the vulnerable, they'll pick the elderly, people that are impoverished, people with a criminal history that have no clout with the public, and they'll stalk them, and in some cases they'll use devices to torture them. And I've been shot with rays a few times. In 1999 they shot me with some kind of a weapon that made me, I don't want to talk about it. It was so horrible. But let's just talk about the things Alex Jones won't talk about. Us regular folks that want to change things, that want to see the Constitution respected, that wants to see the Constitution and control the land again like it was at one time, that wants to see freedom for all American citizens. See, I have my own personal belief in life that if you're not hurting nobody, you can do whatever you want to do. Anything you want. It does limit you a lot, but that's fine because we have to have safety first. But what I would do is I'll get a piece of paper and write whatever I want to write on the paper. I wrote a few scary stories, and I can let my stuff out there. See, that way you can do anything you want to do in the fantasy land. You can write, you can create, you can do all kinds of, But in society, you got to have laws, you got to have rules, and we all have to be subject to the laws. I'm subject to the laws, and the government has to be subject to the laws. Accountability. Someone's running these programs. Someone in charge with credentials is running this program. The black program, the gang stalking program, which has now reached epic proportions. It's worldwide, but we don't worry about the world because we're not in just the world. We're in America. I'm talking about America. I'm an American citizen first. And that's why I worry about America. Because when America goes, the rest of the world's gone. That's it. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break the country by breaking the laws. We'll gang stalk people. We'll gang stalk people. We'll get lawsuits going. Then I'll sue the government, and the crooks don't pay anything. The taxpayers that are working hard, that are paying for these programs they're not even aware of, end up paying the pretty penny when I win in the lawsuit. You see how they win? They're trying to bankrupt the system. They, as in the people that run the world, called the Illuminati. A small group of trillionaires that run the entire world. America's in the way of their one world order. They cannot have a one world order as long as America stands. So what they want to do is they want to bankrupt America any way they can. Lawsuits. I mean, they're just all the chains are off. They're fighting unfair. They're pulling hair. They're pinching. They're biting. They're doing everything they can to destroy America. Now, as a victim of gang stalking, they would love me to sue the government, and then if I win, I get millions of dollars. And guess what? The criminals walk away. Why the taxpayer pays for the penalty. The taxpayer who's not even aware of the black programs. We need the government. We need to question the government. We have to get going on this. We have to organize together. We have to organize together and start questioning the government, and we need the truth. Do you guys have black programs, first of all? We want the truth. Second of all, are you running black programs against the American people? Any American, is any American on any part of the American soil, is there any black program being ran against any American? We want the truth. Then we find out who's in charge of this. We fire them, we prosecute them, we throw away the key. Now anyone can say, well, I'm just following orders. Well, that's what a lot of the Nazis said when they were following Hitler's orders. I was just following orders. Well, you know what, let me tell you something. If you're following orders and they're in contradiction of the Constitution, you're probably going to go to jail for a very long time. Don't get me started. We're going to organize. We're going to get petitions going. We're going to look into the rent fraud in America. The rent caps were taken off of all the renting housing. Everyone is pissed off. I talk to people all the time. People are so upset because their rent, they're paying $1,300 a month for a one-bedroom, roach-infested apartment with cockroaches. People aren't happy. So this is how this is going to work. I've been really nice. I've been very respectful. If you want to weigh out as just a human being that was chosen to be in a black program I didn't want to be in, I've been gang stalked. I've been violated. I've been attacked with weapons. I've had strange people inside my place when I'm gone or when I'm asleep. Now, this was 20 years ago. I would wake up, money was missing, furniture was moved around. That told me that there was someone inside. At first I thought, a ghost, possibly. But what woke me up was last year when I found this really weird material. It looked like rice. And if you're a victim of gang stalking, or if you're not, and you want to find out if you are, look around your home or your apartment for a little rice-looking material. Now these guys might want to be on film because they seem to be popping up. But look around your home for little rice-looking material. It looks like rice. That's the first sign. You'll find a bunch of this stuff around your house. I don't even eat rice. Now, when I found this material, I go, this is really weird material. I laid shipping tape down because I was getting bit by something. I thought it was bed bugs. But this rice material was caught in the shipping tape, all over the shipping tape, under it, above it, everywhere. So I said, this is strange. This is really creepy. So I got my camera, I put it on, and I filmed those condos next door to me, and I said, you know what? I think this material is coming from those condos right there. And as soon as I did that, 6 huge men in suits came walking out to the platform, and they were sweating bullets. They were pouring sweat. And they were like, blah, blah, blah. They held it in a circle, and they were like mumbling. They were pouring over at my place, and they were freaking out. I tried uploading the video to YouTube, and the video froze. Never before did my channel froze. Just that one video froze. Just that one video. 10 minutes later, my next 3 videos I tried to upload froze. Then my channel froze for 7-8 hours. This is how crazy this stuff is. Now, 2 weeks later, 2 huge Marine guys tried to sneak in my back window at 1 o'clock in the morning. I called the San Diego police. I called 911. They sent 2 guys out. The guy laughed at me and walked away and left. I called the second time, they hung up on me. I called the third time, they sent out about 5 men, 5 police officers. They did not want to shine their flashlights behind my studio apartment, which is about 10 feet away from where they were standing. I had to beg them, literally get on my knees and beg them to shine their light behind my studio apartment where the shrubs were at. Finally, they shined their light. But they didn't want to shine their light. They didn't want to see what was back there because they already knew what was back there, in my opinion. They were in on it. They were in cahoots. When I called the police department on the 3rd call, while the phone was still ringing, a voice came on, someone hacked into my phone and said, no one's going to help you. Someone hacked into my phone because the phone was still ringing to 911. My brother was staying the night. He heard that. He goes, what is that? I said, you tell me, because I'm the one who's supposed to be crazy. My brother goes, I never said you were crazy. I just didn't hear no one out there with you, but I heard that. So he heard the voice come on, hack into my phone and say, no one's going to help you. Who would hack into my phone at 4 o'clock in the morning? I'm a nobody. Who would hack into my phone? Now, I'm sure they covered it up. However, when you cover something like that up, it leaves a fingerprint. There's still going to be a blur or mark. And I have the dates written down, I got names written down, I got events written down, and passed out to my friends, along with horrible information that will be released if anything happens to me or my family. Now, what I said all along is, I don't care what you freaks have planned, what you freaks have going, don't make me a part of it. I don't want to be a part of your plan. Back off of me and my family. Because they've been stalking me all my life. I didn't know it until recently when I started putting things together, like men inside my windows when I was a kid, strange phone calls saying, I'm going to watch you all your life, Tony, I'm going to be watching you all your life. Strange stuff like this, when I put it together, it all spelled out gang stalking, which is really a wrong term for it. If you want to really call it what it is, you would call it, I don't even know what you would call it. What do you call it when you live in a free society like America, but there's a black program that pays billions of dollars to hire thugs to follow certain Americans around and terrorize them? What do you call it? Well, that's happening here in North Park. North Park, San Diego, where I'm at, that's happening right here where I'm at. They would love to murder me. I'm in great health. I would never commit suicide. Never, 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 ever, ever, ever. I don't have no plans to disappear anywhere. The mayor of San Diego has to be aware of this. If he's not, okay, if the mayor of San Diego was not aware of it, then they need to be fired for not being up to date. If the mayor of San Diego is aware of it, they need to go to jail for being part of it. You cannot run black programs against the American people. There's no possibility about it. It's a complete no, capital no. You cannot run black programs against the American people. You understand? It's illegal. And it's in violation of human rights on top of that. Okay, we already know as truthers are putting fluoride in our water, chemtrails in the skies, GMOs. No one knows what GMOs are going to do long-term effect. We know that in studies they've gave rats numerous tumors. Now, I see a lot of people online that say they're victims of gang stalking, and sometimes they look crazy. You gotta admit. But What do they see that we don't see? See? Is it possible that they're telling the truth? Is it possible a person can go out there and do meth, for example? And just because they do meth, does that give the government a right to suddenly gang stalk them? And they can just say, oh, they were on meth. Oh, but you still did gang stalk them. Now, I'm not saying in my case, but I'm saying in individual cases, because it seems to be they love to mess with people that are on drugs. Because then they can use the drugs as an excuse that the person's hallucinating. I've never hallucinated in my life. I've never heard voices. I've never hallucinated. I've always been clear-minded. I've always been very, very responsible, very caring, and very low-key. I don't bother nobody, and I do not appreciate it when people bother me. So where I live now, I'm still surrounded by the thugs. They moved some of them out, but they moved other ones in. I don't know what they had planned for me, but when they make their move, the shit's gonna hit the fan. I'll tell you that much. This is, I blame the mayor of San Diego because that's where I'm at. For my case. Your case, where you might be in a different city, different state, you have got to find out who's in charge of where you're at and blame them. If you're a victim of gang stalking, it's your government. They either don't know about it, they need to be thrown out, get someone in there that knows about it, or two, they're in cahoots. Gang stalking is real. It happened to me. If it happened to me, it could be happening to anybody. I'm only here to tell you that it happened to me. From the doctors in the emergency room to Marines living next door to me, to police officers showing up at my door. This is how big this stuff is. They're all in unison. They're all in cahoots. They're all planning together to terrorize the American people for their political beliefs. My political beliefs, I don't even know if I'm a reptilian. If I'm a reptilian. I don't even know if I'm a Republican or a Democrat. All I know is I believe the Constitution is the law of the land and it should be respected, and no one has a right to spy inside anyone's home. Period. Period. I don't have a right to go walk around at night looking inside windows. So you don't have a right to be looking inside my place or anyone else's place. Not in America. I can't speak for China. I can't speak for Iran. But not here in America. So we have a problem with this government. This government's out of control. It needs to be opened up. And the cameras that are on us need to be on them instead. You understand? The cameras are facing the wrong way. We, the people, are the ones that built America. We're the ones that pay for the roads. We're the ones that pay for the people that are even gang stalking us. We're the ones that pay their paychecks. We, the people. The government is supposed to be listening to what we say. They work for us. Now that they went rogue, that gives us the right to open them up, get a neutral team of investigators in there and investigate them, and start arrest, start prosecution, start going. I'm going to put flyers up. I'm going to flood San Diego with my channel. I'm going to get real people watching my show. And I'm going to try to bring corruption down in San Diego. Rent control. Go to prison. If you are one of the politicians that help take the caps off of rent, because there used to be caps. You could only pay so much money. If you go above that, it's called robbery. Well, the caps were taken off in the late 90s. We had caps in San Diego. Somewhere in the late 90s, the caps were taken off. So we have rent fraud in San Diego, and we have black programs, gang stalking in San Diego. Operation Jade Helm went live a couple years ago. Now, in North Park, where I live now, we are flooded with military people. I lived here since 1980. I moved away for a few years and I came back in 90. And I've been here ever since 1990. And I'm telling you right now, I've seen a huge change in this area. From old people and regular families to nothing but a bunch of military thugs. That's what I see now. A bunch of military thugs running around, pushing their weight, bullying everybody to do what they want us to do. No, I'm not going to start riding a bicycle. No. I'm not going to go to your coffee house. No. So, if you're a victim of gang stalking, we got to get a website going, we got to stand up, get a petition going, we got to start investigating the government on the inside. Now, we already know that the IRS should not exist. We already know that the feds are corrupt. We know that the CIA is definitely corrupt. And how about that shooting in Vegas? Whatever happened to that? That one, the people that filmed it have vanished. That looks like an inside job to me. But we need to find out, we need to question the government and say, are there black programs? Are you guys aware of gang stalking programs? Who was aware of it? Who was in charge of it? Then we got to start prosecutions. We have to arrest them. We have to put them away. We need to give them we need to give them a chance to come out and speak to us first. Whoever comes forward and gives information needs to be protected. They need to be protected. If someone's going to come forward and give information and they're going to be a whistleblower, we don't penalize the whistleblowers. We protect them. We need to protect them all the way. Full protection. And if they all come out at the same time, then we protect them all. That's fine. Then we change the programs and never let it happen again. It's not so much about hurting the criminals. It's about stopping the criminal activity and getting back on track what America was founded on, which is the Constitution for freedom for all mankind. Whether you're black, white, Puerto Rican, we should all have a right to our privacy. We should all have a right to travel without being afraid that our government's going to set us up on a fake crime. Now, I know when there's two Marine guys about to sneak in my window and kill me, I know that if they're going to do that, they're going to murder me, then they definitely wouldn't mind putting some illegal shit inside my place. I wouldn't be here on camera if I had anything illegal in here. I'm drawing attention to myself. I'm saying, hey, me. I wouldn't be doing that if there was anything illegal going on over here. I'm completely legal. And I'm terrified for my life. I've been terrified for my life ever since I found out I'm a victim of gang stalking. These perps have got it. They got it dispersed. Get away, move away from me. And then we have to look into the government as a nation, find out. We got to get them to admit these black programs are real. And some people have to take the fall for what's going on. Because we have other things we have to conquer besides that. Going into other countries and invading countries and starting wars and killing innocent families over and over and over and over and over again. No! No more! No! Do you agree? Thanks for watching Night Chat.